Hey, Sarah, why didn't you tell me you were getting married? I was shocked when I suddenly got a wedding invitation. I knew you had a boyfriend, but when did things progress this far? Sorry for keeping it quiet. I wanted to surprise you. I'm glad the invitation arrived safely. It's still quite a ways off, but what do you think? Can you make it? Of course I'm going to my best friend's wedding. I wouldn't miss it for anything. I'm so happy. Thank you. I'll tell Dad to block off those dates right away. I need to take 3 days off for your wedding, before and after. That's too much. You don't need to take so many days off. Are you kidding? 3 days is barely enough. Remember when we were in high school and I spent a week planning my Sweet 16? This is way more important. I remember that party. Your dad rented out an entire hotel ballroom. Exactly. And this is your wedding. I want to give the maid of honor speech, and I need time to perfect the draft, get a new dress, and make sure my hair and nails are absolutely perfect. You really don't have to go to all that trouble. What kind of best friend would I be if I didn't? Besides, in our social circle, this is just basic etiquette. My father is the CEO of a famous company, so as his daughter, I need to maintain certain standards wherever I go. Your dad is the CEO of that huge restaurant chain corporation, isn't he? I still remember the first time I visited your house. It was such a shock. I'd never seen a house with its own movie theater before. Oh, that old thing? Daddy just had it installed because I mentioned wanting to watch movies in comfort. Well, we're in a different league from ordinary people, but tell me about your fiancé. How did he propose? What brand is your engagement ring? I need all the details. You're asking so many questions. Of course I am. I'm attending, after all. He better not be some softy having a flashy wedding. Well, we met in high school, right? Yeah, we went to high school and university together. What about it? I was living in a different area during junior high, and we were classmates for all 3 years. OMG, what? That's like something from a TV drama. Tell me everything. How did you reconnect? Was it fate? Did you bump into each other in the rain? Nothing that dramatic. We were in the same class for all 3 years of junior high school and had lots of interaction through club activities. We were both in the gardening club and got along pretty well even then. Gardening club? That's unique. But go on. So we met again at a reunion as adults and started dating. Oh my God, that's literally destiny. How romantic. I'm so jealous. I went to all girls' schools from elementary through high school, so I never had any romance. So tell me about the proposal. Don't leave out a single detail. Actually, it was in Hawaii. Hawaii? We both took extended time off for our anniversary and went on a Hawaiian vacation. He proposed after dinner one night while we were walking on the beach. Which beach? Which restaurant? What were you wearing? I need specifics. We had dinner at a beautiful oceanfront restaurant in Waikiki. I was wearing that blue dress you helped me pick out last summer. Perfect choice. What time of day was it? Was the sun setting? Were there other people around? It was just after sunset, during that perfect twilight hour. The beach was pretty quiet, just a few other couples walking around. The waves were so peaceful. How romantic. I want a proposal like that too. I need to tell Dad that if he's going to arrange any marriages for me, the guy better be at least that romantic. It sounds like he's the perfect planner if he decided to propose on the beach at sunset. Yeah, it really was wonderful. We both grew up far from the sea, so we were really excited to spend a vacation in Hawaii right on the beach. I can imagine. Now, how about that ring? You still haven't told me the brand. Well, we don't have one. What? No engagement ring? Are you serious? Actually, he has a metal allergy, and we'd already discussed not needing rings. A metal allergy? That's the lamest excuse I've ever heard. An engagement ring. He may be allergic, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have one. Yeah, I'm not really interested in rings either, and it's not an excuse. He really does have an allergy. Anyway, considering our future, we thought it would be better not to have them. What do you mean, considering your future? Well, I'm going to quit my job and help with his family business. Oh, I see. That's a relief. A relief? What do you mean? I was worried he was using the metal allergy as an excuse because he couldn't afford a ring. For a moment, I thought your fiancé might be poor. But if there's a family business, he must be from a good company. What industry? Tech? Real estate? Actually, let me guess. Finance? Investment banking? Oh, is it one of those startup unicorns? I wouldn't care about rings whether we had money or not. We're both more practical than that. That's ridiculous. That's a poor person's wedding type of wedding. At least tell me you got something else instead. Actually, we did. Instead of rings, we bought each other watches in Hawaii. Oh, watches. Now we're talking. Rolex, Cartier, Patek Philippe. I'm not sure about the brand, but we found a place where we could customize them ourselves. It was really special because they don't use metal on the areas that touch the skin, and we even got to design them together. Wait, no name brands? That's insane. Wearing non-branded items is absolutely crazy. What will people think? What does that matter as long as we're happy with them? Just because they're not branded. I can't believe my best friend is settling for something so basic, but whatever. At least the wedding venue seems decent enough. Speaking of which, the wedding venue? Like I said earlier, I'm doing the maid of honor speech, right? I've already started drafting it. About that, we were actually planning to ask one of our mutual friends. No way. Absolutely not. I'm a better speaker. Let me do it. When the MC introduces me as the daughter of a major restaurant chain CEO, it'll create quite a stir. Think of the prestige. Well, that would surprise everyone, since it's a pretty well-known household name, but even though I'm just a regular employee now, I'll eventually take over from Dad, so they could even mention that I'm the future CEO. Imagine how impressed everyone will be. I'll have to discuss the speech with Matthew before making any decisions. Go ahead, I'll wait. Tell him the reception will be so much more exciting with me speaking. I'll make sure everyone knows how exclusive this wedding is. Hey, Matthew, how are you? Do you have a moment? I need to ask you something.
Just finished work. I'm on my lunch break. What's up?
You know how we asked our middle school friend to do the wedding speech?
Yeah, they were so excited. They said they're already working on it. They even called me yesterday to confirm the details about some middle school stories. We ended up reminiscing for a bit.
Well, my high school friend, you know, the daughter of that restaurant chain CEO.
Oh, right, Rachel. Your best friend from high school? The one who sent you that designer bag for your birthday?
That's the one. She wants to do a speech too.
That's unusual. Most of the people we know are the type to shy away from standing out.
Well, this one likes the attention, so she's asking me to think about it. She's thinking the reception would be more exciting if people knew she's a restaurant chain CEO's daughter.
Well, if she wants to give a speech, we could add another speech slot. We were planning to keep the entertainment minimal anyway, so one more speech wouldn't be a problem.
Really? You do that? Thank you! Then I'll ask her if she can write a speech too.
Oh, by the way, speaking of the wedding, I got approval for a request about the reception meal.
Really? That's great! Your family's vegetables are always so amazing.
As a farmer's son, I'm so happy that everyone at the wedding will get to taste dishes made of our vegetables. Dad's especially excited about showcasing the new heritage tomato variety.
I love your family's vegetables, so I'm excited too. Remember how I used to come over in middle school and snack on fresh vegetables? Thinking back on those days, I'm so embarrassed by how much they catered to me whenever I barged into your house.
You were a teenage girl who generally enjoyed vegetables, so my parents kept giving you more and more. They were really sad when you moved away for high school and stopped coming to our farm. Mom still talks about how you were the only one who appreciated her pickled radishes.
Those pickled radishes were amazing! I still dream about them sometimes.
That's why when we announced our engagement and that you'd be joining the family, they were absolutely overjoyed. Mom's already planning to teach you all her pickling secrets.
I'm so happy they've welcomed me so warmly.
But are you sure it's okay? You'll be quitting your job to become a farmer's wife. It's such a big change. You can stay at your current job if you're enjoying it, you know.
I love vegetables, and I love delicious food. And most importantly, I love you and your family. I'd love to help you all out around the house.
Thanks, Sarah. You don't know how much that means to me.
That's my line. I'm so happy that we're getting married and that we can take this next step together. I'll go and let Rachel know about the speech. Enjoy the rest of your break. Hey! I talked with Matthew and we decided that we want you to give a speech too. Smart choice. Leave it to me. I'll prepare an amazing speech. I'm thinking of opening with a quote from either Shakespeare or Audrey Hepburn. Don't get ahead of yourself. The wedding's still far away. Oh, I just told Dad about your wedding, and he said if you need any chefs for the reception, he can send some really skilled one from his connections. He also has special suppliers for meat, so he can get high-quality meat at good prices. What do you think? Only the best for my bestie. He's ready to call, so let me know. I'm touched that he's so thoughtful. Please thank him for me. But we're all set. Matthew's family owns a farm and we're planning to use their vegetables for the dishes. We've already booked a catering service too. What? Wait a minute. Are you serious? Huh? Did I say something strange? His family owns a farm? You're joking. Please tell me you're joking. It's true. Even in elementary and middle school, I used to snack on their vegetables all the time. They're really delicious. I'd love for you to try them. I think you'll love the dishes we picked out for the dinner. No way. I only eat from Dad's approved suppliers because they only deal in premium products. I can't eat anything else. What kind of joke is this? Their vegetables are premium quality. They supply to many high-end restaurants. Besides, marrying a farmer's son is like choosing poverty. Don't tell me you're actually planning to work on the farm, like with dirt and stuff. You'll have to work all year round. Of course I am. That's what happens when you marry into a farming family. I'm excited about it. This is insane. I don't know what mental image you have of farming, but it can't be good. Do you realize what you've given up? Your career, your social status, everything? I'm not giving up anything. I'm gaining a wonderful family and a meaningful career. I can't imagine marrying into a farming family. There's being eccentric, and then there's this. What will people think? What will I tell my friends? Is it really that bad? Why does it matter what other people think? Cancel this marriage before you regret it. As your best friend, I cannot allow you to marry into a farming family. Think about your future. Think about our friendship. I don't think you need to be that controlling. You'll regret being poor when it's too late. I knew something was wrong when there was no engagement ring. My instincts were right. I'm very selective about who I associate with. If you become poor, I'll have to cut ties with you. Is that what you want? What? You'd go that far? I warned you, Sarah. You should think about this. Which is more important to you, your dirt-covered boyfriend or your best friend? Wait a minute, Rachel. I think you've misunderstood. Rachel. Rachel. Rachel, the ceremony is about to start. You're not here yet. Is everything okay? Sorry, I just woke up. What? You just woke up? I had to work overtime yesterday, so what could I do? Dad works his daughter too hard. Well, by overtime I mean I was being entertained at a tapplegirl restaurant as Dad's daughter, along with some business partners. The food was delicious. Overtime? Didn't you say you'd have to take 3 days off around my wedding so that you wouldn't miss it? Well, it would be stupid to turn down delicious tapplegirl just for a wedding I'm not attending. What? You're not attending? Of course not. I can't possibly eat some unknown poor farmer's weeds at the reception. Only premium ingredients touch my lips. So I'm not coming to the wedding today. Good luck having fun without me. Wait a minute. If that's how you felt, you should have told me earlier that you weren't coming. You even checked attending on the RSVP card. Do you know how much planning goes into wedding seating? That's because I impulsively checked attending and mailed it before I knew your fiancé was a farmer. How was I supposed to know you'd fallen so low? Really? What about the speech you were going to give at the reception? The one you insisted on doing? Of course I won't do it. I don't want to mention Dad's company name at some poor person's wedding, and I don't want to attend a poor wedding, so I'm not coming. Besides, I just got my nails done. I can't risk getting them dirty at a farm wedding. Oh, okay. If that's what you really think, it's a shame you feel that way. Good luck having fun without me, loser. I don't know why you'd go out of your way to become poor. I don't understand that mentality. I'm selective about who I associate with, so this is the end of our friendship. I don't want you coming to me for help when you can't handle the poor life anymore. If you do, I'll just have to say that I told you so. I think you're the one who's going to have problems. That's impossible. I've been on the winning side of life since birth. Well, goodbye, ex-best friend. Have fun being satisfied with your poor husband. I warned you, so don't come crying to me later on. Wait, what's going on? Why am I getting scolded by Mom and Dad just because I didn't go to your wedding? Because you rudely canceled at the last minute on the wedding of an important contract farmer's son. Did you even think about the consequences? Huh? Contract farmer? What are you talking about? The farm I'm marrying into is a famous farm with annual sales over $10 million. Top restaurants and renowned chefs specifically request contracts with them. While $10 million might not seem like much to your father's company, they deliberately keep operations within what the family can manage, focusing on growing vegetables with the utmost care. It's amazing to have sales over $10 million at that scale. Wait, you mean they're Dad's suppliers? Why didn't you tell me? I found out later too. They just recently started doing business with your father. Apparently he's been persistently trying to get a contract with them for a while, but since his restaurant chain is nationwide, they couldn't handle the volume without increasing production, and they had to consider their relationships with other famous restaurants they supply to, so they kept declining your father's offers. Come to think of it, Dad was really happy about finally securing a deal with a supplier he'd been wanting to work with for ages. He and Mom were on vacation until yesterday celebrating that. Oh no. They wanted to attend the wedding, but we decided not to invite any business partners to avoid favoritism or business talk. But we invited you as my friend. Your father was probably counting on you, only to have you cancel last minute and insult them by calling them poor. That must have been quite something. I didn't know any of that. This is terrible timing. Now what am I supposed to do? Besides, the contract with your father was made with the understanding that you'd eventually take over the company, so Matthew's dad agreed because he'd hoped we could maintain a long-term relationship. He only agreed to the offer because he didn't want it to ruin our friendship. What? Well, we're not best friends anymore, so maybe this business deal will fall through too. That's how business relationships work, right? No way! Dad will never forgive me if that happens. He's been trying to get this contract for years. Do you know how many fancy dinners he hosted trying to convince them? That's between you and your father. It's not my business. If I were you, I'd spend less time messaging me and more time talking with your father. By the way, your father contacted me saying he wants to come apologize for his daughter's foolish behavior. Wait, Dad's going to apologize? He never apologizes to anyone. This is bad. This is really bad. Actions have consequences, Rachel. Even for Daddy's little princess. He mentioned that he'd have to give you a good talking to and make you learn your lesson. This can't be happening. I've never been yelled at by Dad before. You often throw around your father's name and company name, but if you're going to benefit from your father's position, you need to take responsibility for your actions. That's what real business people do. He's saying I've shown zero business sense, that I've potentially damaged a crucial supplier relationship. I'm not fit to be his successor. He's saying I've embarrassed the entire company. Sounds like he's being a responsible CEO. Maybe you should have paid more attention during those business dinners instead of just enjoying the food. What should I do? Dad just said that I'm fired from the company and I need to move out of the house. He's serious. He already had HR prepare my termination papers. That's rough. Don't act like this is not your problem. This is all because of your wedding. If you had just told me about the farm being successful. My wedding? What are you talking about? This is the consequence of your own actions. Would knowing they were wealthy have changed your behavior? Would you have treated them with respect then? What am I supposed to do? He's telling me to study and learn, and it looks like he's seriously going to kick me out. He's already frozen my credit cards. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe start by learning the value of work and not judging people based on their profession? Would apologizing fix this? I'm sorry for canceling on you at the last minute. Maybe I should apologize to your father-in-law too. Do you think that counts as a real apology? Just trying to save yourself? Then what should I do? I can't survive without Dad's support. I don't even know how to do laundry. I'm sorry, but we're not friends anymore, and I've moved away to live with my husband. I can't do anything for you. You'll just have to work it out on your own. Okay, I'll apologize. I'll even get on my knees if I have to. So please, tell Dad to forgive me. And from now on, I'll be the one handling our company's relationship with your farm. I promise I'll do better. You're about to be fired, and you think you can handle such an important business relationship? You're asking your father, the same person who's trying to fire you right now, to trust you with million-dollar contracts? But... I'm his daughter, his princess. He's always given me whatever I wanted. You seem to think your father will do anything if you ask, but he doesn't just care about you alone. As a CEO with thousands of employees, he needs to take care of the company too. If you were planning to take over, you should have understood that. Business isn't about being a princess. He doesn't just exist for you, Rachel. Are you saying I should just quietly accept being fired? No way. I want to keep living as Daddy's girl, being entertained at fancy restaurants, having an easy job where nobody complains even if I slack off, and living luxuriously with Daddy's money. Besides, I can't live any other way than luxuriously at this point. Sorry, but that's an issue between you and your father, not me. I've only just moved here, and I still have a lot to unpack. Oh, and I have vegetables to tend to. I'm afraid I just don't have the time for someone like you anymore, so I'll have to cut off contact with you. You're going to cut me off? No way. You're not going to block me, are you, Sarah? We're best friends. This is ridiculous. We can't stop being best friends over something like this. Remember all our shopping trips, all our spa days? You're the one who said we couldn't be friends anymore because you're selective about associates and decided I was poor. Well then, goodbye again. Enjoy your job search. I proceeded to block Rachel on the messaging app. In the end, she was fired from her father's company and told to move out, starting a new life without any support. In her 30s, she started working hourly wage jobs for the first time and living alone, but her expensive habits didn't change, leaving her constantly struggling with money. As far as the business relationship with her father's company, after much discussion, it continued, but on a reduced scale. My father-in-law said he would immediately terminate the relationship if there were any unpleasant interactions in the future.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Wow, Emma, you're dating quite the wealthy guy, aren't you? Oh my gosh, Sarah, how did you find out about my boyfriend? That Hermes bag you posted yesterday caught my eye. Haven't seen you with one of those before. Oh, you noticed? Isn't it gorgeous? Well, when you post on Instagram 10 times a day, it's hard not to notice. And those posts are so flashy. Designer bags, luxury resort vacations. He must be loaded. I've been dying to tell someone about the amazing places he takes me. You used to complain about never going anywhere nice. Things have really changed. Isn't he amazing? Actually, he's a CEO, and he's so kind, always spoiling me. A CEO? That's quite impressive. Where does he work? Oh, you'll find out soon enough. He's really successful. I keep seeing him in your photos, even though they're always taken from behind, and I haven't seen his face. You two look really happy together. I hope you stay happy with your wonderful boyfriend. His suits are all custom made, you know. He has such expensive taste. You seem to really like showing off his wealth. Oh, I really do. And if you want us to be happy, you should hurry up and break up with Kevin. What? Don't you think it's about time to move on? Find someone better? Why would you suddenly say that about Kevin? Oh? Can't you tell even if those pictures were taken from behind? It's Kevin! What kind of girlfriend are you? It's Kevin? What are you talking about? Look at my latest post again. Look carefully. Wait a minute. Don't tell me the man in your photos is Kevin. Emma, are you dating my boyfriend? I'm your sister. Took you long enough. Sarah, you're so slow. How long has this been going on? Doesn't matter. He chose me. What's going on? Are you two really dating? Uh-huh. You've seen all our lovey-dovey photos, right? We're seriously dating. I can't believe this. How could you do this? It's not my fault he got bored with you. I see. You know, I always wanted to date a rich guy, just once. So I took Kevin from you. Rich guy? What are you talking about? You're still so clueless. How could you steal your sister's boyfriend? Wait, Kevin isn't rich. He's just a regular office worker. But you just said he was a CEO. I don't understand. None of this makes sense. Oh my God, Sarah, you really don't know anything. No, what? What are you hiding? What? Well, it doesn't matter if you don't know. You're just his ex-girlfriend now. A complete stranger. Ex-girlfriend? We haven't even broken up. Oh, you think you're still together? That's sad. Hey, explain what's going on. Sorry, I have to go to the luxury spa he booked for me. If you're that curious, ask him yourself. A spa at a time like this? Well, like you said, I'm going to be happy with my wonderful boyfriend, so hurry up and break up with Kevin properly, okay? You can't just drop this bomb and run off to a spa. Watch me. Besides, it's a couples massage. Can't keep him waiting. Emma, we need to talk about this properly. There's nothing to talk about. He upgraded from you to me. Simple as that. How can you be so cruel? I'm your sister. And I'm done doing you a favor. Better to know now than waste more time with him. You should thank me. Kevin, what's going on? Are you really dating my sister?
Finally figured it out, huh? You're such a slow woman. No wonder you got your boyfriend stolen away from you by your own sister.
So it's true. How could you do this?
I was getting tired of pretending anyway.
Pretending? What do you mean?
Pretending to be satisfied dating someone like you.
What?
A CEO like me isn't compatible with such a stupid woman. I need someone who matches my level. Young and beautiful Emma is perfect for a CEO like me.
Stop saying you're a CEO. You're lying.
Am I? You really know nothing about me, do you?
Wait, what's this about being a CEO? You were just a regular office worker.
That's what I wanted everyone to think.
What are you talking about?
I've been hiding it, but I work at my father's company. In other words, I'm the heir to the CEO position. On the surface, I was just an employee, but I'm actually the next CEO.
Really? Why did you hide it all this time?
You really want to know?
Yes, tell me everything.
Because you weren't worth telling. If I told you I was the CEO's son, you might have tried to force me into marriage. You were fine to date, but I never wanted to make you my wife.
What did you say?
You heard me. You were just a placeholder.
A placeholder.
If I'm getting married, it should be to someone young and beautiful. But you're playing quiet and not someone I could show off to my friends. I never once considered marrying you.
How could you?
Want to know why I really started dating you?
Tell me.
Because you're a good cook, and you're plain and don't cost much money. That's why I dated you. I hid being the CEO's son so we could break up without complications.
I thought we were seriously dating. I even thought about our future together, but you were dating me with the intention of breaking up all along?
Don't act so surprised. Did you really think someone like you could keep me interested?
Then why stay with me for 2 years?
Originally, I wasn't supposed to take over the company for a while. But Dad wanted to start enjoying his retirement early. When he suddenly told me to take over, I had to quickly find a suitable wife.
And that's when you targeted Emma? I can't believe you went after your girlfriend's sister.
Your sister made it very easy.
What do you mean?
Who would have thought that you had such a cute sister? Every time I visited your house, I was looking for a chance to get her contact information.
How long were you planning this?
Does it matter now?
How could you?
And I finally got her number and started dating her. We're really compatible, and dating her has been so much fun. So you're no longer needed. Just forget about me.
You're the worst. You betrayed me and you can't even apologize.
Should I apologize? Will that make you feel better?
You think this is a joke?
Oh, I haven't apologized yet? I'm so sorry for making you expect marriage.
That's not a real apology and you know it.
What do you want me to say? That I'm sorry for upgrading?
You and Emma are both terrible. I'll break up with you right now, so never show your face to me again.
That's fine. I got what I wanted anyway.
What's that supposed to mean?
Emma's already moved into my penthouse. She fits in perfectly with my lifestyle.
You two deserve each other.
Glad you finally understand. Now delete my number.
Already done. Have a nice life.
Trust me, I will. With Emma.
Sarah, did you get our wedding invitation? We just registered our marriage and we're having a ceremony. Yes, I got it this morning. Isn't the design gorgeous? I picked everything myself. Yes, I got it. That's quite a venue you've chosen. Isn't this the place where celebrities get married? Of course, nothing but the best for us. Must be expensive. Well, when you're a rising young CEO and a popular influencer getting married, this is the only kind of venue that has the prestige we need. As expected of an influencer with 300,000 followers, I saw your wedding announcement post. It even made it to online news sites. Did you see it trending? Hashtag CEO's wife was everywhere. You really love the attention, don't you? I never thought I'd become this popular. Just a few years ago, I was just a regular person. Yeah, I remember. Being famous isn't so different from our old life. Your posts about life as a CEO's wife really blew up, didn't they? Your followers increased so fast, and now you're a famous influencer. You're even going to be in fashion magazines as a model, right? 3 magazine covers next month. Can you believe it? You've certainly come a long way. It's hilarious how much you know about me. Are you secretly my biggest fan? I'm just your sister. A sister who follows all my social media. It's hard to miss when you post every hour. But being an influencer is tough too. That's why we had to invite 300 people to the wedding. 300 people? That's practically a state dinner. I know. The guest list took forever to compile. How many of them do you actually know? Between his business contacts and my social media connections, we have so many people we need to invite. Being too popular can be such a burden. It's going to be an incredibly lavish wedding. The flower budget alone is more than most people's entire weddings. That's quite something. But Kevin's paying for everything, so it's fine. Having a CEO husband is so reliable. That's nice. And guess what? I got 5 sponsors for the wedding. Sponsors? Plus, I'm planning to live stream the wedding. I'm sure my fans will send lots of super chats and gifts. Combined with the wedding gifts, we might even make a profit. That's quite something. It's a world I can't even imagine. Oh, about your outfit. What about it? Sarah, you'll dress appropriately, right? It would be embarrassing if people found out the popular influencer's sister is such a plain Jane. Oh, am I really allowed to come to your wedding? What kind of question is that? Well, considering our history. That's why we sent you an invitation. You're my family. Of course you're invited. But just so you know, don't you dare mention anything about being his ex-girlfriend or make any scandalous revelations. I'll sue you if you do. I wouldn't do that. And no talking to the press. Who would want to talk to me? Right. You wouldn't have the courage anyway. Besides, revealing that would just embarrass you. It would be like announcing to everyone, I'm such an unattractive woman that my sister stole my man. Excuse me? Just stating facts. You really haven't changed. So, see you at the wedding. It's a grand ceremony with 300 guests. So you absolutely must come. We're doing a live stream too, so if you show up dressed badly, I'll have you thrown out. Haven't you been checking social media? Huh? Maybe you should take a look. What do you mean? I've been too busy with wedding preparations to check social media. I know I've been posting less lately, which is bad for my fans, but... You should check right now. Kevin's company is in huge trouble for tax evasion. It's all over the major news outlets. What are you talking about? Just look at the trending topics. What? According to the latest news, he's already been arrested. They say he's being questioned by the police right now. Kevin's been arrested? Wait a minute. Tax evasion? Arrest? What's going on? The headlines are pretty clear. This has to be a mistake. Since you're a popular influencer, this is getting tons of attention online. They're publishing increasingly sensational headlines. Like, popular influencer's husband evades millions in taxes, the secret behind her luxurious lifestyle. They're practically making it sound like you're an accomplice. What? But I don't know anything about his company's affairs. Your luxury lifestyle posts aren't helping. But those were all gifts from Kevin. Oh, really? You have to believe me. The news is saying the investigation started because of suspicious spending patterns. What do you mean? All those designer bags and luxury vacations you've been posting about? Those were legitimate purchases. With what money? Legal money, of course. I wasn't involved at all, and I knew nothing about tax evasion. Did Kevin really do something like that? Don't ask me, I wouldn't know. If you're curious, why don't you go to the police station? Try asking if you can see Kevin. The police station? Are you crazy? Why not? If you're innocent. I can't go to the police station. What if they suspect me of being an accomplice and arrest me too? Running away looks suspicious too. I'm not running. I'm just being careful. Oh, there's an update to the news. It says, Emma's CEO husband denies the charges. Claims he left everything to his wife. What? He's saying you handled all the finances. No way. He's trying to pin this on me? But I don't know anything about it. I'm really not involved. All those posts about being the perfect CEO wife aren't helping your case. I was just playing a role for social media. The comments on your latest posts are getting nasty. This can't be happening. Just checking, but can you still have the wedding in this situation? I need to request time off work if it's still happening. How could we have a wedding? Are you crazy? What about all your sponsors? The sponsors? Oh no, they're already sending cancellation emails. Oh my, and I was looking forward to seeing your grand wedding. My followers are dropping by the thousands. Your #CEO's wife hashtag is trending again, but probably not for the reasons you wanted. But what should I do? We've already sent out all the invitations. I announced it to my fans, and now this happens. So the wedding is definitely canceled then. A luxury celebrity venue, 300 guests. But what can you do when the groom's being arrested? Stop it! This isn't funny. I'm not laughing. Hey, Sarah, what should I do? Surely I won't get arrested too, right? Have you ever signed any company documents? I don't remember. For now, maybe you should gather evidence that you're innocent. You have 300,000 fans, after all. For their sake, you need to prove you weren't involved. How do I do that? Maybe start by checking your own tax records? My tax records? Yes, your personal taxes. You've been filing those, right? I need to check something. I'll text you back. Emma? Emma, are you still there? You've been filing your taxes, right? Sarah, the company's tax evasion? It was all my fault. Kevin got arrested because of me. You're kidding. You really were evading taxes. I didn't mean to. How do you accidentally evade taxes? It's not that I was evading taxes. I just didn't know I needed to pay them. I've never filed a tax return, not even once. What? I thought it happened automatically. Nothing just happens automatically. How could you be this irresponsible? You know how Kevin took over the company from his parents? Apparently, his mother had always handled all the tax and back-end stuff, so Kevin thought I would take over those duties from her. And you didn't think to ask about any of this? I was busy with my influencer career. But you didn't take over anything? I thought someone else was handling it. Who? Right? I knew nothing about any of it. Actually, I thought Kevin was handling everything. So for 3 years since he took over the company, no taxes were paid at all. 3 years? Not a single tax payment. I was too focused on growing my following. Wow, no wonder the IRS got involved. But they can't arrest me for being stupid, right? I didn't know. Nobody told me I was in charge of any of that. Tax evasion is tax evasion, intentional or not. It's not fair. I didn't know about it, so it shouldn't be my fault. Getting arrested for something I didn't do on purpose is too harsh. Wait, but don't companies usually have tax accountants? I heard their company was quite large. Shouldn't professionals handle the tax matters? That's what I'm saying. How was I supposed to know? Did you ever meet with the company's accountant? Yes, they had a tax accountant when his parents were running things, but that accountant retired when his parents stepped down. We were supposed to find a new one, but I didn't know that either. So, no one has been handling the taxes at all. I thought it was being taken care of. I see. Kevin probably thought you were handling everything. But instead, you were just enjoying your luxurious lifestyle and posting it all over social media. I've heard the IRS has been cracking down on social media influencers lately. Really? They apparently keep an eye on flashy social media posts. Sometimes they even wait a few years before acting. Your posts might have actually triggered this investigation. My posts, but I was just sharing my life. Your luxury lifestyle posts with no visible income source? No way. Just to check, you have been paying your own taxes, right? As an influencer, you must have quite a bit of income. You've been filing your own personal tax returns, right? I've never done that. What? I didn't know I had to. How could you not know? Well, it's not my fault. I was just a regular person before. And when I was an office worker, the company handled everything. I didn't know influencers needed to file tax returns. That's not an excuse, you airhead influencer. What about all the brand deals? Were they supposed to be taxed too? All income needs to be reported. Even the gifts from the companies? Yes. Sarah, what should I do? At this rate, I'll get arrested just like Kevin. Yes, you'll definitely get arrested. And since there's been a lot of celebrity tax evasion cases lately, and this case is getting so much attention, they won't let this slide. There has to be a way out. You need to talk to a lawyer. Then I guess I have no choice but to run away. I've made up my mind. I'm flying overseas right now. What? You're planning to flee the country? That will only make things worse. I've already packed my bags. Are you insane? That's a federal crime. But what else can I do? I don't want to get arrested. Oh no, there are already people looking for me at the airport. You're at the airport? There are suspicious people searching for someone. They must be looking for me. Really? They're wearing suits. It must be the IRS. Just give up and turn yourself in quietly. That's all I can tell you. Goodbye. Wait, don't abandon me. Sarah, please respond.
Damn it! I was an idiot for making her my wife. I can't believe she didn't even know about tax returns.
Huh? Kevin, weren't you arrested?
They let me post bail.
Why are you messaging me?
I managed to get out on bail. I never thought this would happen to me. Everything is a complete disaster.
I heard everything from Emma. It seems like there were a lot of miscommunications and unfortunate circumstances. Too bad you have to cancel the wedding.
The wedding is the least of my problems.
What do you mean?
Wedding? I'm divorcing that idiot woman. I'll sign the divorce papers right away.
What? You're breaking up with Emma?
She ruined everything I worked for.
Wasn't it your responsibility to make sure the company was running properly?
Of course! She ruined my company. The company my parents carefully built up and passed down to me. Who knows how much we'll have to pay back in taxes, and my parents won't even talk to me anymore.
Your parents found out?
They're furious. Dad said I destroyed his legacy.
That sounds rough.
And now all my so-called friends are avoiding me.
Karma works fast.
I have nowhere to go now. Hey, Sarah, can I come to your place?
What?
Please, I need somewhere to stay.
Are you serious right now?
I want to be alone right now. None of my friends are answering my calls. Please just be there for me.
After everything you've done?
You were always the sensible one. I should have stayed with you.
I'll have to decline. If I'm seen with you, people might think I'm involved too. Besides, we're not dating anymore. We're just strangers now. I have no obligation to be there for you.
But we have history together.
History you threw away.
But...
You chose Emma over me because you thought she was more your level, right? That's why you married her. So don't break up with her over this. Go be with her. If you have nowhere to go, why don't you head to the police station where Emma is?
You want me to go back after I just paid bail?
Your wife needs you.
She's not my wife anymore.
Well, I'm not involved in this, so I'll be leaving now.
Wait, Sarah!
What now?
Please don't abandon me.
Like you abandoned me for my sister.
That was a mistake. I see that now.
If you two manage to resolve everything and have another wedding ceremony, let me know. I'll celebrate with all my heart then. Now, go face the consequences of your actions.
I was wrong about everything.
Yes, you were.
Give me another chance.
Goodbye, Kevin.
I still love you.
You should have thought about that 3 years ago. In the end, Kevin trudged back to the police station. Emma desperately tried to explain that she didn't know anything and didn't mean to evade taxes, but they wouldn't let her off easily. Actually, her attempted escape overseas made the police even more suspicious of her. Apparently, their combined tax evasion amounted to over $1 million. With tax evasion of that scale, they're unlikely to get suspended sentences. They might actually serve prison time. I found their wedding invitation being sold on eBay for $10. As a collector's item, the tax evasion wedding that never was.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
Oh, Hannah! Where did you run off to? Have you gone to the toilet or something? It is almost that time, so I think I'm about to go home now.
Wait, what do you mean? It still isn't the end of the workday yet.
Oh, come on! Okay, so it's really 20 minutes away. So what? That is just an accounting error at best, don't you think?
Well, did you get permission from the section chief to leave early? Because if you didn't think, I think this is just going to cause problems for you down the line when they review work times. It probably won't make you look great in the company's eyes either.
Well, I am getting married, so it's not like I'm going to be sticking around here for long anyways. So if I'm being honest, I really don't care at all what the section chief might or the company might think of me. Even if he decides to cut my pay, it It's not like I'm going to be here long enough for it to really affect me. After all, the man I am going to marry is a CEO. Money will never be a problem for me again.
So you're going to be quitting your job because you're getting married? This is the first that I'm hearing about any of this.
What do you mean? I definitely remember telling you that I was going to be getting married.
No, that's not what I mean. You did say you were going to be getting married, but I don't remember hearing anything about you quitting.
Well, I just assumed it was kind of common sense that once you get married, you would quit your job. Oh, wait, someone like you might not understand that, huh? As I recall, you aren't married or anything like that. You've probably never had to consider it in the way that I had to.
Okay, I can tell you are starting to get upset with me, and quite frankly, I don't want to deal with that. So we can table that conversation here. But if you are going to quit, I just ask that you do the proper work to prepare whoever takes over for you to transition smoothly into doing your work.
What are you talking about? Why would I do something like that when I have you here?
I am sorry, I don't really follow. What do you mean when you have someone like me here?
I mean that I will have you just do all that boring stuff for me before I quit, so I'm not really worried about it.
Excuse me? You're going to make me do the work for you? Just what is that supposed to mean?
Well, don't worry. I will start you off with something light. I will swing by your desk later today and give you the work I have to do. Make sure you go do it all correctly.
Excuse me? Are you serious about this? What are you even thinking? And just why the heck is it me who has to do all of your work? What are you trying to pull here?
I told you it will be fine. Besides, like I said, today is just a light load. You'll be fine.
So you're telling me that you're really just going to leave your work on my desk and then go home? You are really going to make me do your work when we only have less than 20 minutes in the workday? Have you gone crazy?
Well, since it is almost the end of the workday, you have all of your own work done already, right?
That is right. I planned out my workday and chipped away at what I had to do in such a way that I would be done by the end of the workday. Like how you are supposed to do. The only thing I have left to do is to respond to an email I have sitting in my inbox.
Okay, well, since you have so much free time on your hands, you should have no problem doing my work for me too.
Okay, I just got back to my desk right now, and what is all of this? This is too much paperwork. I thought you said you didn't have much to do today. This can't just be today's work.
No, you're right. It is today's work plus all the work I had with deadline for today.
You mean all of this needs to be submitted by the end of the day? What have you even been doing all this time while you've been in the office?
Right! I suppose you wouldn't know since you aren't married, but once you do have wedding plans, there is just so much planning that needs to get done. So I was taking my time here at the office to take care of all of that. I mean, there really is so much that you need to do. You have to pick out things like your wedding dress. And before that, you have to pick out the dress you're going to wear to meet the groom's parents. And you have to buy a whole bunch of other stuff brand new.
Okay, Michelle, I understand that planning a wedding must take a lot of work and preparation. But please don't tell me that while you've been sitting at your laptop at work, that this whole time you have actually just been shopping for dresses.
But that is totally what I was doing. I don't have time to do it after work. That is when I got the esthetician. And I still need to write up the invite list for the wedding. I just have too much to do, don't you understand? If I didn't search for my dresses here, then I wouldn't have any time at all.
So you really think it's appropriate for you to be using your work laptop just for some online shopping?
Well, of course. It's not like I'm going to be using my phone at my desk all day. Besides, the laptop gets a good internet connection and the screen is so much larger.
Well, you seem to be looking at your laptop with some very serious expressions recently.
Okay. That's right. That is because tomorrow I am going to meet the groom's parents for the first time. So I was thinking very hard about what dress would suit me best when I did. I decided that my only option was to buy from a very expensive brand. Plus, I still have to go out and buy myself some brand new makeup. So I figured the best way to handle the whole situation was to leave my work to you while I do the more important wedding planning. Besides, you live alone and don't really have any plans after work anyways, right?
Okay, Michelle, enough fooling around. I mean, first of all, there is no way that I will be able to handle all of this work you left me. It is too much.
What are you talking about? We have tomorrow off, so just pull an all-nighter and get it done, and then you can sleep in tomorrow.
You don't understand. I have something really important that I need to take care of tomorrow. I can't just sleep in and waste the day.
Oh, please. How important could your thing really be compared to my wedding? Anyways, I have someone waiting for me, so let's wrap this up, okay? I have a big date tonight. I'm seeing my sugar daddy so that he can give me the money I need to buy the dresses I want to wear when I meet my fiancé's parents. And there's no way I can be seen looking all tired after work.
Your sugar daddy? Michelle, are you seriously engaged in seeing two men at the same time?
What? Me? No, please, of course not.
Yeah, that is what I thought. There's no way you'd be cheating on someone who you already agreed to marry, right?
Not that silly. I meant, of course, not about two men, because I'm actually seeing 5 different guys.
What? You were seeing 5 different guys all at once?
Oh, come on. You know me. Do you really think one man would have what it takes to satisfy me? Let's see. I'm dating a super handsome guy, a crazy talented chef, a guy who I use when I need to buy something, and one guy who likes some of the same interest I do. And of course, I have my CEO fiancé who is going to make sure that I am set for life. Actually, I typically rotate them.
Wow. That is just... wow. Sounds like things would turn really bad for you if you got found out, huh?
Right? That would be crazy. But thankfully, there's no way that would happen. They're all people who really have nothing to do with each other in their own lives. I'm not dumb. I wasn't about to just start dating 5 best friends at the same time or something. Anyways, I don't mind talking to you. You and I just live in 2 different worlds, and it is not like you will do anything to mess with me. Anyways, like I said, I have my big date. So make sure you get all that work done.
So you are really serious about leaving all of this work for me to do by myself?
Hello, Hannah. I hope you have been well. I am sorry to bother you on your day off, but I was wondering if you knew what the best way to get into contact with Michelle was.
Oh, hi, Harry. It's okay. Did something happen? I'm not sure she'll be available today. She told me that she's going to be meeting her fiancé's parents today.
Wait, what? I was only messaging because I have something about an affair she's in charge of at work. I got a call from a partner we were working with at a different company, who said the documents he was expecting today hadn't reached his office.
Wait, sorry. May I ask which company this is?
Yeah, of course. We're working with M Corp. Actually, I went to college with Michelle's counterpart over there who called asking. He was telling me that he only has her work email, but that he really needs to get in contact with her and was asking if I knew a way to reach her, since we have the day off today. He sounded like it was pretty urgent.
Oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding me. Yesterday, Michelle came by and dumped all of her work onto my desk. I had to work well into the night to try and get it all sorted and ready, but I don't remember seeing any documents for M Corp. Are you telling me she really still has more work she hasn't done after all that?
Do you think it was possible you just don't remember seeing it and all of that work?
Do you think I would be forgetting seeing something from M Corp? They are one of our oldest partners. There's no way I would forget.
Well, I don't really understand what is going on between you and her, and what the status of her work is. I was just messaging to pass along that M Corp is waiting on some documents to be returned that still haven't.
Well, I guess we'll have to try and do something about those M Corp documents today then, won't I? Harry, could you do me a favor and send a message to the section chief? Tell him that I'm headed to the office.
But I remember you told me earlier that you had something you needed to do today, right? You said it was really important, and that there was no way you were going to be able to make it to work today, right?
You're right, I did say all of that. But thankfully, my thing is not until the evening, so I'll just have to try and get all of this done before then. I guess I've taken over for Michelle after all.
I really am sorry about all of this. All this work really should have been done a long time ago. This should have never fallen on your shoulders.
Thank you for apologizing, but it really is fine. After all, it's not like you had anything to do with this anyways. So I am the one who is sorry for sucking you into all this stupid drama.
It's no problem. I'll also head to the office so I can help you get it done faster. I'll leave as soon as I finish talking with the section chief.
Would you really do that? Thank you so much, Harry. That means a lot. I know that none of this was supposed to fall to you either, so I really appreciate you coming out here on such short notice to help with all of this work.
It isn't an issue. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Well, still, I am sorry for making you rush around so much today, too. Anyways, I'll see you at the office. Drive safely. Don't you think I gave that cheap dress of yours a little flair by throwing red wine on it? I think it looks much better now. What the heck is your problem? I mean, really, what were you thinking? Why would you throw wine at me? What did I do to deserve that? What did you do? Let's think. Today is my wedding day, and yet you really thought that I would want a downer like you showing up and crashing the whole thing? Why did you even bother coming here? This was supposed to be my perfect day. What are you even talking about? Why did you think I came today? I was invited. What did you just say? You think that you were invited to my wedding? Well, I certainly never remember sending you an invitation. I bet you just invited yourself, didn't you, you conniving little rat? Well, if you must know, I never wanted to come to the wedding of the lazy woman who never did her job and dumped all of her work on me anyways. What did you just say? You think I didn't do my work? You were the whole reason I was fired in the first place. You think that I made you leave your job? You and I both know that I don't have that kind of power. But what did you do was go out without asking me and take over my project. You really must think the world is yours to do whatever you want, huh? Not only that, but you had to go and tattle on me to the section chief at MCOR. That is how you got me fired. Michelle, I am sorry, but everything you just said is the result of your own actions. This is what you get for leaving all of those important documents undone up to the very last minute. Harry, the section chief, and myself all had to go into the office on a Sunday to make sure that those documents were ready to go as soon as possible. Do you know how hard we had to work to get those done? And on the weekend, no less. Not only that, but the section chief from NCOR wasn't able to get in contact with you, which meant that they couldn't get their work done either. But I just forgot. It's not that big of a deal, right? Well, even if that were true, your solution to forgetting was to dump all of that work onto me so that you could ignore your work duties and go home early. If you really can't see how all of that would result in being fired, then I don't know what else to say. And I also really do not appreciate you trying to play the blame on me. But it's all your fault. You ruined my plans to leave my job in style and smoothly start my life as a pampered housewife. You ruined everything. I don't want anything to do with any of your creeps from work ever again. And that especially means that I don't want any of you showing up to my wedding either. Especially you. I don't know who you had to kiss up to try and sneak your way in here, but all I did was do you a favor by throwing wine on your cheap dress. I don't want your wedding present, and I don't want your wedding presents, so just leave already. Are you sure about this, Michelle? Do you really want me to leave right now? Are you stupid? Of course I do. I said get out, so go. All I'm saying is that if I leave now, I think the rest of this day is going to go really poorly for you. Are you really ready to deal with that? What are you talking about? Are you trying to threaten me? Do you really think that just because you usurped my position at the company, that makes you better than me? Who do you think you are? You are letting all of this go to your head. All right. But I think I should let you know that the person who invited me was none other than your fiancé. And I was just thinking that if he finds out that you sent one of his guests away, that he might not take very kindly to that. Whatever. Just tell him you felt sick and had to leave. I don't care. And let me guess. You just know my Jerry because you went to college or high school with him or something like that, right? Well, to him, I bet you're just another face in the crowd of this huge wedding who he won't miss if you weren't here. Yeah, you might be right. And since you are clearly so serious about all of this, I guess I can just go home. Good. And never show your face around me ever again. Goodbye for good. Hannah? What is going on here? Explain yourself right now. Once he found out that you had just left, he just ran out of the venue. What is going on? I figured he might do something like that. I tried to warn you, but I really didn't think that he was going to take well to you kicking his older sister out after throwing wine on her dress. Wait, what? What do you mean, older sister? What do you mean, what do I mean? Do you even know anything about the man you were about to get married to? Did you even know that he had an older sister? Well, I know that she's some kind of working woman, but when I went to go meet his family, I was told that she had some sudden work come out and wouldn't be able to make it. But don't tell me that that was you. That's right, it was me. And the reason I wasn't able to show up was because I was stuck at the office doing that work that you dumped on me. Wait, but that can't be right. You two have different last names. How can that be? We have different last names because I'm married. No, this is too much. You're married? Yes, married. We joined the company around the same time, but we're working in different departments until about 3 years ago. And not that you ever asked, but we have been married for about 4 years. So then, you're telling me that you're not single? But you don't even wear a ring. Yes, that is correct. I have an allergy to metal, so I can't. And so that is why you never wear any accessories and always look so boring? Rude. Well, it's not like he loves me in an incestuous way, but I think his feelings should be pretty easy to understand. We've always gotten along well, so when he heard that I left the wedding, he must have been pretty surprised. Especially when he found out that it was his fiancée who kicked me out. But wait, how long did you know what I was going to be marrying Jerry? Well, he was keeping us all in the dark about his fiancée and wanted to surprise us on the day of the meeting, so I actually didn't know it was you until then. But then you mentioned that you were going to meet your fiancé's family as well. At first, I thought that it was just a coincidence, but then you showed me a photo that took you all on that day when I wasn't able to be there, and I was just shocked to see you there. So you mean to tell me that I was the only one out of the loop? Well, Jerry didn't know that you and I had worked at the same company either, you know. But I really was surprised when he showed me the picture of you as his fiancée. But why didn't you ever tell me anything? Well, because after you met my parents, you were fired from the company. I tried to reach out to you about following up and preparing for your replacement, but you always said that you were too busy to talk, and so I never even had a chance to say anything. But still, that you were Jerry's sister and that I was never able to meet you because I made you do all of my work? You sabotaged me! Are you serious right now? I was planning to go and meet my brother's fiancé the day that you left all your work behind, and as your superior, it was my job to see that it all got done. I apologized to my family for not being there, and surely thought that you would be able to put the pieces together. But I guess it really just didn't click for you, huh? Hannah, please! Enough of all this talk! Just please come back to the venue. Of course you can be in the wedding if you're Jerry's older sister. Oh, really? But I thought you told me that you don't want me anywhere near you or your wedding. Well, I take back what I said. Please, you have to come back or else Jerry isn't going to come back either. We'll have to cancel the whole thing if you don't. I'm sorry to say, but I think your wedding is going to be canceled one way or the other. You can't decide that. That isn't your choice to make. I am really disappointed in you, Michelle. I don't think I could even look you in the eye anymore. I'm even disappointed in myself. I don't think I want to get married to you anymore. Tell everyone who is there that I am sorry to disappoint them, but at least they can enjoy the catered food. The wedding is off. Wait a second. This isn't Hannah anymore, is it? No, it's not. It's Jerry. I drew quite a bit of attention around town running around all crazy in my white tuxedo. So then, you found Hannah and you two are together right now? Yes, we are. And I have been showing my little brother all of the text messages you have been sending me. You're kidding me. You didn't really do that, did you? I did. That is why he said he doesn't want to get married to you anymore. Wait, no. Please. There's been some big mistake here. You've got it all wrong. I was just trying to think of Jerry. That's why I put him first. Michelle, we both know that you didn't put anyone first but yourself. You weren't putting my brother first, just your wedding to him. I don't think you'd even know what a priority was if one hit you in the face. I mean, you can't even get your own work done without making others do it for you. Jerry says he doesn't want to be with you anymore. So then, he really isn't going to be getting married to me at all?
Well, I will try talking to him about it, but like you said, it really isn't my decision. And besides, if Jerry asks me to share with him any information I might have on you, I will do just that. So be ready for what that might mean.
You mean like how I made you do all my work and how that got me fired? Please, you can't. Don't say any more bad things about me to him. I'm begging you.
Are you sure that that is all you were hiding from my little brother this whole time?
What? What could you possibly mean by that? I'm sure I have no idea.
You mean to tell me that he already knows about your handsome man, your chef, your personal ATM, and your hobby buddy?
Oh, right. But wait, please. You don't understand.
And then there's my brother, the fiancé. You mean to tell me that he knows about the 4 other men that you're dating right now? I mean, you even called one of them your sugar daddy. How is that anything but clear and flagrant cheating?
No, please. Please don't tell him that. Anything but that.
And you're so sure that these people you said have nothing in common would never find out about your infidelity? But I guess you didn't expect me to have a connection to your fiancé, but it's too late now.
Too late? What do you mean? You mean you told him about all the other guys already?
Well, Jerry asked me to tell him everything I know about you that he might know.
How could you? Why would you do something like that to me?
So I already told you that whatever information he asked of you, I would do my best to let him know. I told you to be ready for that.
But you've ruined my wedding. Now there is no way that is going to happen.
Did you even have a sliver of hope that things would have gone any differently at this point?
Hannah, please. I am literally begging you right now. You have to try and change your brother's mind somehow. I can't lose my chance to get married like this. I worked so hard to plan everything so it would have gone perfectly. It can't end like this. I've come too far.
I really don't think that my brother has any intention of marrying you anymore. So I really don't think that I'm going to even bother doing that. Besides, as his older sister, it is my job to protect Jerry and make sure that he is happy. And that means making sure that he does not make the mistake of marrying some woman who won't bother doing her own work and keeps 4 other partners while being engaged. Not to mention that you threw wine all over my dress. If you really think it can end any other way than this, I think you might be delusional.
Fine. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize for everything. I promise from now on to try and be nice to you, so please, you have to help me. I am desperate.
How about instead of trying to grovel for help from me, you look inside yourself, think about what you did, and give a sincere and heartfelt apology to Jerry.
Okay, I will. I'll apologize to him too.
And you do realize that even if the wedding is off, somebody still has to pay for the venue, catering, and other expenses, right? And given the kinds of things you've been pulling, I really can't see any court siding with you in case of marriage fraud. You'll probably have to pay for the whole thing as well as compensate my brother. Anyways, you're no longer marrying Jerry, and we're not even coworkers anymore, so I really don't know why I'm bothered talking to a stranger for this long.
Wait, no, please. You can't just leave me like this. How can you be so cruel?
Oh, right. One more thing. I am also going to be charging you to get out the stain that you made on my dress. I'll also be pursuing you for emotional damages because you did so in front of the whole wedding crowd.
What? You can't be serious about that. You know that I don't even have a job anymore. Where am I supposed to get the money to pay for all of these things?
Well, darn. That sucks for you, huh? I guess you had better find a job then.
Well, what if I came back to work for the company again? You can put in a good word for me, can't you?
Yeah, I really can't see that happening, to be honest. After all, you were just one of the worst people I have ever had the displeasure of working with. I honestly would be surprised if anyone would hire you after the way you were fired.
Well then, what should I do?
That is really up to you. But if you want to lead on a good first step, I would really try and reflect hard on the things you've done and the way you've treated people. Anyways, I'm going to get out of this dress and take a shower now, so I'll be going.
Wait, Hannah, please don't leave me. I promise I'll do my work this time. Please come back. Please. We were almost sister-in-laws. You can't leave me like this, please.
Jerry and Michelle's wedding was, of course, canceled right away. The ceremony that was already underway was turned into a very awkward buffet afterwards, as the news of Michelle's cheating had made its way down the grapevine and among the wedding attendees. In the end, the compensation fees that were saddled onto Michelle were quite large. It also came out that among the other men she was seeing, some were married. I hear that it is just a whole other mess that she has to deal with now. I even gave her the bill for ruining my dress and made sure she paid every cent before I blocked her on everything. According to Jerry, Michelle has no choice but to move back in with her parents. He told me she makes out a meager living after having found somewhere that would hire her, but that her parents are loath to have her there and treat her very coldly. Finally, I heard she couldn't take it and moved into a tiny little apartment all by herself.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.